My name is Kathy Ball, and I'm from Milford High School. I'm with the Incubator EDU program. It's our first year running it here at Milford. Basically, it's like a Shark Tank type program where the students are consulting with consumers to see what a need is. They're building a product to meet that need, and then they're selling or pitching their product to a group of investors. I actually went to some schools in Chicago and visited some programs there last year, and there are kids in those programs who actually are making money off the products that they received investments from right now as we speak. Like they have their own businesses now. So that's the purpose of this program. So here's an example. I thought it would be neat if you heard an example pitch from one of my students, Bryce Dugan. This is just a practice pitch, so he's not dressed up, but I just wanted you to hear his pitch.
Hi, I'm Bryce Dugan with Center Perfect, and I'm here to introduce my new product. Most people ceramic programs at schools or small businesses have trouble centering clay. It can take first timers weeks to even months to learn how to center clay on a wheel. Now, my new product eliminates this step completely. It centers clay on a wheel perfectly in just a few seconds. This product only costs a fraction of what competitors are putting on the market right now, which will attract early adopters and put money back into investors' pockets quickly. Thank you.
So there's just a little example of a pitch. And this is the first time the students did the pitch. An elevator pitch has to be 2 minutes or less because you have 2 minutes if you were in the elevator with an executive to sell him or her your idea. So that's why they call it a pitch, an elevator pitch. So now I wanted to go to just some quick slides and just explain to you the course in general terms. Um, this is coming from Ash Mura's Running Lean. So he's the one who developed this ideology on how to make a startup company. The students will use a BMC lean model canvas, and they will go through this lean model canvas probably 10 to 15 times in a school year. They just keep on revising it and making it better and better. You can think of the BMC, the business model canvas, as a business plan, but instead of a 25, 30-page business plan, with a lean canvas, you're able to talk to investors and show them everything on one page, and the investors can see how everything relates. So there's the business model canvas that we've been working with. The neat part about a business model canvas is the students are trying to develop a minimum viable product. So in the past, what entrepreneurs used to do when they were starting up businesses is they would create a product with all the bells and whistles in its final form. And that would cost them a lot of money and a lot of time, only for them to figure out after they developed it that it wasn't what the customers want. So the lean canvas model is about saving time and money. So students are constantly making a hypothesis, testing it with consumers, and changing it and changing it. They do have to show the consumers something like a prototype or something that shows what they're eventually trying to get to, so they make a minimal viable product instead. And that saves them a lot of time and money. For instance, we're talking to the engineering students across the hallway. We're getting ready to start making our first minimal viable products, and we're talking to them and asking them on their 3D printer to print out some of our prototypes. So this is how the course runs. The students will start out with an idea, then they ask the customers, what kind of problems the customers have, maybe with putting on socks. Their backs are hurt putting on socks every day. So then they are now in Unit 3 currently, where they're going to be interviewing the customers again. They've discovered the problem and now they're trying to solve the problem, and they make a minimal viable product, and then they're getting the customer input on what do we need to change on this product that we're trying to solve this problem with? What are your ideas? So by the end of the semester, we're looking at the finances, and then second semester, we're building the MVP even more, revising it even more, and then we're validating, doing our final validation and experimentation. Then we're promoting our product, and then we're actually pitching and presenting the final form. So we'll have a final pitch. So we keep on grooming it and making it better over and over and over throughout the year. So that's how this program works. One thing that uh, involves you all is the fact that it's a difficult course to run and challenging because we need experts in certain areas. So for instance, in Unit 1, you can see the bold areas when the students are doing ideation and value proposition. That's where they're suggesting that we have coaches from the community come in who are experts in those areas to talk to the students. Because sure, I can teach the course, but I'm not an expert in positioning or legal issues. So that's where my community champion, Pete Costanza, comes in, and he helps me find volunteers who maybe this volunteer can come in 2 out of 3 days and talk to the students about customer discovery. We had a lady come in from Chick-fil-A who did customer discovery with us. It was very interesting. So that's what the coaches do. We also have mentors, and the mentors, there's one per team, and we currently have 4 teams with 4 students per team. So the mentors meet somehow, usually virtually through Facebook, Skyping. Some of them will be on group chats, and they will meet with the students about once a week to talk to them about their progress and advise them on their products. So I have the coach's role and the mentor's role. There's also a board of advisors. That's who eventually the students will be pitching their final products to at the end of the school year. And typically, we'll need to find money also from the board of advisors, like $500 or so, where they can watch the pitches. And if it's a good pitch, they can say, okay, from what you've told us, we think you need $200 to continue your product, and we're willing to invest $200 in you. So that's where the board of directors will come in at the end of the year. They will listen to the pitches, and then they will fund the students' ideas only if they think they're good ones. There's some time commitments. The coaches, it's just a one-time, maybe 2 or 3 day commitment. With the mentors, it's once a week, but they don't have to physically come in. They can talk to their students on the phone, Facebook, Skype. Then the board of advisors, that's something Pete and I are currently working on, and we're trying to find people who may be willing to find money to put into the board of advisors. So when the final pitches come along, there can be some money to finance the student ideas. So in a nutshell, that's what the Entrepreneur Program is about. I hope I gave you some information that is useful to you. What we're really looking for, the most difficult part of the program, is trying to find 16 guest speakers in areas of expertise that they can come in and talk to the students about. So that's been the challenging part. Pete's done a great job. I don't know what I would do without him. But if you're interested in helping us, or you know someone, feel free to contact me, and I will be sure to give Andy and Liz Emmons that contact information, and I'll pass it along to Pete, and we'll see if you're able to come into the classroom and help us out. I appreciate your time.